Trout's Black Ops 7, A Road to Commander, episode number 32. This game actually is quite early on. Do you know what I haven't used yet is the Maverick. Now this is a very solid gun, so I'm going to whip it out. It's something a bit different. What I talk about a bit of the RTC history. Someone actually asked me why I've been doing shorts. And I kind of started the Road to Commander on COD for a few reasons. Like, I kind of needed a Call of Duty series, so to speak. I had FIFA series going on that was the Ultimate Team Journey, and like I had a regular series on that game to go through. And obviously back in the day when I was doing YouTube full time, I was into COD and FIFA. So COD kind of was lacking stuff, and I think at the time it was not long after Black Ops 1 came out, and I wasn't necessarily vibing with it. That is just ridiculous. That person just could keep popping out like that, and I'm not getting them. Oh my god. And like people started to get into the whole Road to Commander thing themselves, and I kind of thought about doing it because I was like, I'm pretty good at COD. I feel like I could do a decent series without embarrassing myself, like, and having a ton of bad games. And I thought it would be quite interesting. I didn't want to do it on Black Ops 1, so I decided to do it on World at War because like the Road to Commander thing kind of hit this fad. Like, everyone was kind of doing one at a time, or not everyone was doing one at a time, but a lot of people had started doing them, and obviously Black Ops 1 was oversaturated. I think maybe someone or two had also tried a different Call of Duty, but I think it was mainly Black Ops 1. And I thought, well, what Call of Duty do I really want to do? And I think I chose World at War because I felt like that was going to be the one I was most confident in. Probably also the most interesting. I think I skipped COD 4 because maybe there was some hackers on it. I skipped MW2 because it was extremely long, 70 levels or so, so that could be quite a chore to level up on. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we have got a few things. Let's put a little sight on there. The eyesights are okay, but slightly obscuring at the same time. So I decided to go with World at War. And to be honest, I was a little bit nervous about doing it because I was like, well, what if I am a bit pants and have some really bad games? Like, back then in Call of Duty YouTube world, you basically posted good gameplays where you had high kills and low deaths. Whereas this was going to be different because it was just posting every game with live commentary, no matter what happened. And as I thought, it kind of went fine because, you know, like, I'm a good enough player to have good games regularly. I think it was also super fun because it was just, like, not super serious in that way. So, like, every game could just be quite average, so you kind of had to make it fun. And we had some real funny moments. There were some really funny, like, memes and stuff that came out of all of that. I think one bursting like mad. I didn't normally do this. That should be quite good. And, you know, like, I was even tracking my stats because it was on my main account and my account had stats already, so it wasn't and I just basically prestige and went from level 1 of a prestige to 55. Not that anyone really gave a damn about stats. I don't think there was one single person who ever commented on the stats at any point. And it's you know, the reason I kind of didn't do anything with this game, or not this game, previous Call of Duties, apart from obvious just general life things, was the fact that SBMM made it so that, like, games became a lot tougher, your stats look a lot worse, and I didn't play COD a lot and super seriously like I do now and maybe back in the day, so I just wasn't going to give it a very good go. I didn't think it was going to be nearly as entertaining. Because it's one thing to be like bad at the game. It's another thing to be bad at the game and not very entertaining. So you kind of got to be a bit... You got to have some sort of redeeming quality. God, we are getting smashed in this.
No fuel, no fuel. UAV RTB.
Yeah, like, I now think I'm pretty good because I've basically played in SBMM lobbies for about a year in Call of Duty. So, like, I've kind of picked up a decent amount of skill again. Yeah, so that's kind of why I skipped a lot of the Call of Duties. And the reason I'm doing shorts is because, like, obviously I'm not posting on YouTube for such a long time. And, like, the algorithm works differently in shorts compared to main YouTube. Main YouTube's just basically like a search engine. You want something, you find it, right? These guys just keep coming in. Whereas shorts kind of feeds you the content it thinks you want. And, like, the overall viewership's going to be so much better on shorts. So I kind of started this series as, like, a shorts thing. I think it also negates the issues if you've got boring gameplay or if it's not very fun. Because, like, back in the day, I could say and do things that I probably can't do now. And, like, the whole SBMM thing, whilst it's not as strong in this game, it's still sort of there. And it means the gameplay's maybe not going to be as good as it was back in the day. So, like, at least I could cut it up and put the best bits in, the funniest bits in. And, you know, reach a new audience, because obviously it's going to push it to people who didn't necessarily ask for the content, but it's going to give them content it thinks it likes. So, like, you know, I'm pretty happy with the way it's going so far. Like, we've had some good viewership on this. But, you know, the point of the Road Commander is to show it all at every point and not kind of sugarcoat it or anything like that. It's just you post it whether it was good or bad type thing. And, like, I think the magic of the Road Commander is its full-length games and full-length commentaries. And obviously there were some people who were like, oh, are you going to post the full things? I was like, yeah, I mean, I've got it, so I might as well post it. I don't think it wasn't that much extra effort to do that kind of thing. There you go. So that's kind of why we're doing the shorts, and it's a nice way for people to kind of like quickly digest an episode without having to sit there for several minutes. I know people like a good old binge watch of this stuff, but it's there. Maybe we'll catch a few new audience members who actually want to come and watch the full thing, or, you know, watch future stuff. And I think it's just a nice new option that YouTube offers. So that's why we're doing shorts as well as the full thing. And the full things are privated because the viewership's just not going to be nearly as good. And I don't want to spam people's inboxes with the full-length videos. So I thought, if you really want to watch the full thing, go to the playlist. They're all there. They're just unlisted.